Keith's an amazing guy.
What is up? It is Red, the Rideshare Ginger, coming right back at you, looking furrier than ever, like crazy here. But so I'm gonna do a quick check-in, a little bit of an update, let you know where things are at, and I will probably right after this record a tips video, depending on how quickly I get to where I'm going here, and how long this video takes. But so where are things at right now? It is May 13th. In Illinois, we're still basically on lockdown for just about everything. Got to wear masks everywhere you go now. It's, it is what it is. But how am I doing? How is the money? Up until, I would say, last week, money continued to be good. There was that one slow week in there. I think it was right after Easter. But even that week was a decent week. That was like a $30 an hour week. Every other week's been anywhere from $35 to $45 an hour. Sorry, got the hiccups, burps. $35 to $45 an hour consistently. And I signed up for Instacart just kind of as a backup. That 1 week Shipt was slow. I'm like, you know what, we'll see. But Shipt was continuing, doing good. I did a couple of Instacart orders here and there. And then these last 2 weeks for Shipt. So last week, Shipt when if this was at its peak, it only shows up to 1,000 orders, but that means there's more than 1,000 in there. And when this was at its peak, there was not just 1,000 orders, there was 1,000 promos available, 1,000 promos, and it was above and beyond that. It was more than 1,000. Last week, the whole week, I don't think I saw more than 250 orders in the system at once, and most of the time it was sitting 150 or lower. This is a Chicago market, so it might be different in other places, but I'm gonna guess it's probably the same in most spots. And so orders were way down. And so I said, screw it. Talked to the guy who referred me for Instacart. And he said he'd give me 1,000 of the $1,500 bonus if I did my 100 Instacart batches. So I said last week, screw it. I'll try to start knocking out these batches. And that's not going so great. And I have until Sunday to hit it. So we'll see. I'm going to make a push here. I need 64 more by Sunday, and it's Wednesday. I'm not working today anymore, at least at this point. I keep this on because I'm at the grocery store now, and if a good batch pops up, I'll take it just because I'm already out. Why not? So I just leave the Shipt shirt on just to make it easy. But probably not working today. I will start tomorrow and try to knock out those 60 orders. So I switched over to Instacart, but watching Shipt last week, it just looked real slow. I did a couple of Shipt orders here and there, but was focusing on Instacart. Instacart sucked dick, but I think it's because of the way I was focusing. I'm focusing on short trips and limited amount of items and things like that, and not focusing on the money as much in order to go out there and knock out those 100 trips to get the $1,500 bonus for the person who referred me. So that could be why the money's shit. I don't know though, because there just wasn't a whole lot that was popping up that looked great as it was. A couple of good orders that I could have done that were longer orders, $50 for 30 items and things like that. But those weren't the things that I'm targeting. But then fast forward to this week. So this week I've been watching Shipt, just keeping an eye on it. When I looked any time so far this week, I've only looked probably like 5 or 6 times, but there were less than 10 total orders available in the system. And that's because Shipt got smart. And I like what they did because it's something that I would potentially chase if I wasn't going for this Instacart promo. But what it is they're giving away a $200 bonus if you do 40 non-promo orders this week. Which, you know what? That's a nice little bonus because that means there's $5 of promo on each order that you're doing, essentially, is what it adds up to. So I think it makes sense. Most of the promos that I'm doing tend to be $10 or more, but I will take the occasional $5 one, and I would say probably somewhere around 25% of the orders I do are $5 promo or less. So it's not that I don't do any $5 promos. So, to have a $5 promo guaranteed on 40 orders kind of makes sense. But that's what ruined it this week is everyone is out there snatching up all those orders ahead of time. So there's nothing sitting there waiting. People aren't waiting for promos to pop up on it. So there's just not shit out there because everyone's getting ahead of it. But I think that might benefit me for the weekend. But I'm going to be so focused on Instacart, I might not get anywhere near those 40 orders. But if everyone's knocking out their 40 early in the week, that could create this huge amount of orders available at the end of the week for Shipt. So we'll see. But for me, I'm chasing Instacart. Instacart sucked last week. I did about $20 an hour is what I got on it, which is fine, but it's not what I was hoping for. It's not what I usually do. So at this point, Instacart looks like it's not great. We'll see. Shipt looks like it's going to be dead, because I think if this works this week, they're going to continue to offer that $200 promo, which I might still chase, but it kind of makes sense. Let's say you knock out all the short orders you can, and you do 40 orders. Let's say you get paid $10 on each one on average, $400 there plus 200 at $600. And I normally do, somewhere around 20% in tips, somewhere in that range. So you're talking another $100 to $150 there. So you get to like $750, which is not my goal. My goal is $1,000. So that wouldn't accomplish it for me, but that might be a route of chase. But what I'm going to do is, if I remember, freaking do it, because I keep forgetting to, and then I tried to once on my phone, but I'm gonna file for the unemployment. I'm going to finally just say screw it and file and see what I qualify for, see what the benefit's going to be, and then make a decision from there, because things are slowing down for the most part. But I went to go try to apply on my phone, and you just couldn't complete the application in Illinois on your phone, at least not on mine. It wasn't letting me go through. So I'll have to do it from a computer and go from there. And then we'll see what unemployment looks like, and kind of make a decision after that. But I guess that's kind of all I really have to say as far as Shipt and Instacart go at this point. Those are the two apps I'm still using. I haven't, done Uber Eats. I haven't done DoorDash. I haven't really done any of that. I did turn them on. Last week I had no batches for like 35 minutes on Instacart, nothing good on Shipt. So I turned on Uber Eats to see if there was anything that would come through, and there was a couple that came through, but it just wasn't any good orders, so I didn't take them. So I almost did some Uber Eats, but it just didn't happen. But I don't know, guys. It's slowing down out here, but we'll see. I think some things are coming through potentially in the state. I mean, if you pay attention, if you're in Illinois at least, your other states that have opened, I mean, you might be heading back to regular rideshare at this point and things like that. So I can't speak on the other states. We can talk about that. If you got questions about how I think it's going to go for those states going forward, I can kind of comment on that, but I'm not in those states, so I can't say for sure what's going to happen. But here in Illinois, if you're up in the Facebook groups and stuff, you'll see that like in the southern part and the central part of the state, there's a lot of businesses starting to open against the orders of the state, and kind of depends on what happens with those. Like, if they get licenses revoked and things like that, you're not going to see a lot of other businesses starting to open. But if they do fine, then maybe you'll start seeing it trickle up through the rest of the state and stuff. And there's lawsuits and this and that going through courts and whatnot. So we'll see. There is a chance that the state opens up, but it's going to be at least after July if it's up to the governor at this point. If it's up to Pritzker, it's going to be after 4th of July, most likely, if not a little bit later. And who knows what opens at that point. So we'll see what happens going forward. But until then, I'm going to knock out some Shipt. I'm going to knock out some Instacart. I'm going to I got to get those 64 orders done, get $1,000 from that dude. That's going to make a drastic difference for me if I can get that done. But 64 is a lot. I haven't done more than, I think the most I did was 11 Instacart orders in a day, but I have done 18 or 20, I can't remember what it was, ships in a day. So it's not like I haven't done a shit ton in a day. But Instacart, I haven't done more than, I think it's 10 or 11. And so I got 4 days to knock out 64. So I need to knock out, 16 a day. So early starts, late nights. But, maybe it's just getting back to what I'm used to doing. But till next time, guys, like, comment, share. Let me know what you think. Thanks.